Hello folks, N.I Detecting back again with another video. Out on the new permission. As I said in the last video, I would be in my new permission this video. That's all the gear ready. And there's Roxy over in the hedges sniffing out the new permission. I think she enjoys it just as much as me getting new permission. Okay, first up, turns out to be some sort of latch for a door. I do almost cut the finger of myself here. I did have to look at it there. It felt as though it had sliced right through my skin. There must have been some small sharp edge on it somewhere there. I do take my gloves off to hold my camera so the camera doesn't get dirty, so that's why my hands look so clean. I'm wearing gloves most of the time. Next up, a wee windy handle with the knob missing on the right hand side, I reckon. The thick end of it there has a hole, so it must be a pin or something goes through. You can see the hole just from my thumb is there. So I reckon there's a pin goes through there, and it's the other side for the handle for winding up. Next up, coin, an old penny. Turns out to be a George, 1918 George penny. So, first coin up on the new permission. Next up, I would say this is the smallest copper buckle I've ever found. That is a small one, and it's a solid copper buckle. Next up, a little piece of twisted up copper. Junk, but gave a good signal, as you can imagine. Next up, another coin, another penny. This time a bit older. It's a Victorian penny. Hard to read when I first unearthed it, but when I got it cleaned up here, I was able to read the date, and it turns out to be 1881. Queen Victoria. Next up, one of those trailer pins, latch things. Okay, day 2, that's day 1 over. That was the field with the sheep. That's the field that was in on the first dig, the first day. But there was no sheep there at the time, so I was able to take the dog and detect in there. But when I arrived and seen the sheep, I just went into the other fields. Next up, what I thought was a Roman brooch. You'd be lucky to get one over here because there was no Romans here in Ireland that we know about. It's a handle, a drawer handle, but a really nice one. I cleaned it up and a photograph coming up here of it. Looks like a set of cow horns when you turn it upright. Very nice little handle, and there's it cleaned up. 2 wee prongs on it there. I think that's to hold it out from the drawer when it's attached to the swivels or whatever. Next up, a caster. Gave a great signal, and the reason for that is it's surrounded by copper. There's a copper frame to it, if you want to call it that, a frame. Very thick copper frame with the wheel in the middle. Very well made one. Right, an arrow, a steel arrow, and I've thought up a use for it, and here's what I'm going to use it for. Yes, please subscribe. Hit the button down there, boys. Need plenty of subscribers. Right. Next up, another coin. This time one of the older 10p's. It's a decimal coinage, but it was one of the first ones. They took that off the... Here now, lads. A donut, and someone's took a bite out of it. I was feeling a bit hungry too, but I couldn't eat it with someone else slobbering around it. Right, next up, a cog. A cog out of a clock or something. A curly whirly piece of lead up next. Good signal from lead. There's another curly whirly down in there, look. Next, this is a little copper plate thingy, but if you look on the left hand side you can see like lines. Turn it over again, Robert. Ah, you missed it. I think it was actually off a tape measure. This little flowery item could have been part of a drawer handle knob, I don't know, or maybe a brooch, I don't know, but it's broken, as you can see. Well, that's the last find, folks, on the new permission. Don't forget Rob's Metal Detecting YouTube channel directory. If you want your metal detecting channel listed for free for all to see, go on to robsdirectories.com and I'll put it in for you. Well, that's it, folks, for another video. We'll be out again, suppose maybe next week. Here's a wee candle to relax you.